Question 1. Scenario. An analyst is hunting for evidence that a malicious DLL was dropped into the Windows System 32 folder and later deleted by the attacker to cover their tracks. The question is, which table should the analyst query to find file creation and deletion events on the device? Your options are: Option A, device file events. Option B, device registry events. Option C, device network info. Option D, Office activity. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is A, device file events. Why A is correct? Device file events captures file system activity including file creation, modification, renaming, and deletion, along with the file path, hash, and the process responsible, making it the correct table for tracking a dropped then deleted DLL. Why B is wrong? Device registry events tracks registry key, value creation and modification, not file system operations like drops or deletions. Why C is wrong? Device network info captures a device's network configuration state, adapters, IPs, not file system events. Why D is wrong? Office activity captures Microsoft 365 application and admin activity, unrelated to endpoint file system events. Question 2. Scenario. An analyst suspects malware achieved persistence by adding a new value under the Windows Run key, HKCU, current version, run, so it executes automatically at every user logon. The question is, which table should the analyst query to find this registry-based persistence mechanism? Your options are: Option A, device file events. Option B, device registry events. Option C, device logon events. Option D, email attachment info. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is B, device registry events. Why B is correct? Device registry events records registry key and value creation, modification, and deletion, including the specific key path, like a run key, which is essential for detecting registry-based persistence techniques. Why A is wrong? Device file events tracks file system operations, not registry key, value changes. Why C is wrong? Device logon events records logon activity on the device, not registry modifications. Why D is wrong? Email attachment info captures metadata about email attachments, entirely unrelated to endpoint registry activity. Question 3. Scenario. An analyst wants to identify all interactive and remote desktop, RDP, logon events that occurred directly on a specific workstation over the past week, including the logon type and whether the account was local or domain. The question is, which table provides this device-level logon activity? Your options are: Option A, sign-in logs. Option B, identity logon events. Option C, device logon events. Option D, cloud app events. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is C, device logon events. Why C is correct? Device logon events captures logon activity that occurs directly on a managed device, including the logon type, interactive, RDP, network, service, etc., and account details, which is what's needed to review workstation-level logons. Why A is wrong? Sign-in logs records cloud-based Microsoft Entra ID authentication events, not local device logon activity. Why B is wrong? Identity logon events captures on-premises Active Directory authentication activity collected via Defender for Identity Sensors, which is domain controller-centric, not device-level logon events. Why D is wrong? Cloud app events captures activity within monitored SaaS, cloud applications, unrelated to local device logon events. Question 4. Scenario. An analyst is reviewing a Defender XDR incident and wants to see the specific entities, files, processes, IPs, mailboxes, that were flagged as evidence for each individual alert within the incident, along with their verdicts, malicious, suspicious, or unknown. The question is, which table should the analyst query in advanced hunting? Your options are: Option A, device info; Option B, identity info; Option C, threat intelligence indicator; Option D, alert evidence. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is D, alert evidence. Why D is correct? Alert evidence contains the specific entities associated with each alert: files, processes, IP addresses, mailboxes, URLs, etc., including their assigned verdict, making it the correct table to review evidence entities per alert. Why A is wrong? Device info provides device metadata, OS version, risk level, onboarding status, not per alert evidence entities. Why B is wrong? Identity info provides identity, user metadata, department, role, risk, not evidence tied to specific alerts. Why C is wrong? Threat intelligence indicator stores externally sourced IOC records, not the evidence entities generated from a specific alert investigation. Question 5. Scenario: an analyst is investigating a phishing campaign and needs to find the SHA-256 hash and file name of every attachment sent in emails to a specific department over the last 30 days. The question is, which table should the analyst query? Your options are: Option A, email attachment info; Option B, email events; Option C, URL-click events; Option D, device file events. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is A, email attachment info. Why A is correct? Email attachment info stores metadata specifically about email attachments, including file name, file type, and SHA-256 hash, linked back to the parent email, making it the correct table for this attachment-focused hunt. Why B is wrong? Email events contains email delivery metadata, sender, recipient, subject, verdict, but not the detailed attachment-level file hash information. Why C is wrong? URL-click events tracks safe links click events for URLs in emails, not attachment file details. Why D is wrong? Device file events tracks file activity on endpoints, not attachments as they exist within email messages. Question 6. Scenario: an analyst wants to review activity within a sanctioned SaaS application, such as file downloads and sharing actions, monitored through Microsoft Defender for cloud apps, correlated with the user who performed each action. The question is, which advanced hunting table should the analyst use? Your options are: Option A, device network events; Option B, cloud app events; Option C, device registry events; Option D, alert info. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is B, cloud app events. Why B is correct? Cloud app events contains activity records from apps monitored by Microsoft Defender for cloud apps, including user actions like file downloads, sharing, and sign-ins within SaaS applications. Why A is wrong? Device network events tracks network connections initiated from a managed device, not application-level activity within a SaaS app. Why C is wrong? Device registry events tracks endpoint registry changes, entirely unrelated to cloud application activity. Why D is wrong? Alert info provides high-level metadata about generated alerts, title, severity, category, not raw cloud app user activity. Question 7. Scenario: an analyst wants to check whether a specific file hash observed on a device matches any known malicious indicator that was ingested into Sentinel from a commercial threat intelligence feed. The question is, which table should the analyst query to look up the indicator? Your options are: Option A, device file events; Option B, alert evidence. Option C, threat intelligence indicator. Option D, office activity. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is C, threat intelligence indicator. Why C is correct? Threat intelligence indicator stores IOC records, file hashes, IPs, domains, URLs, ingested from threat intelligence feeds, and is the correct table to check whether an observed hash matches a known malicious indicator. Why A is wrong? Device file events shows file activity that occurred on a device, but does not itself contain externally sourced threat intelligence indicator data. Why B is wrong? Alert evidence shows entities tied to already generated alerts. It isn't the source lookup table for raw ingested TI indicators. Why D is wrong? Office activity records Microsoft 365 application and admin activity, unrelated to threat intelligence indicator matching. Question 8. Scenario. Your Sentinel workspace ingests Microsoft Purview audit data, SharePoint, OneDrive, and Exchange admin operations via the Microsoft 365 connector. An analyst needs to find all file downloaded events from SharePoint for a specific user over the last 7 days. The question is, which table should the analyst query? Your options are: Option A, device file events. Option B, cloud app events. Option C, sign-in logs. Option D, office activity. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is D, office activity. Why D is correct? Office activity is the Sentinel table populated by the Microsoft 365 Purview audit connector, containing operations like file downloaded, file accessed, and admin actions across SharePoint, OneDrive, and Exchange. Why A is wrong? Device file events tracks file activity on managed endpoints, not SharePoint, OneDrive cloud file operations logged via Purview audit. Why B is wrong? Cloud app events is populated by Defender for Cloud Apps Monitoring, a different data source than the Purview-based Office activity table. Why C is wrong? Sign-in logs records authentication events, not file-level operations like downloads within SharePoint. Question 9. Scenario. Your Sentinel workspace ingests firewall logs from a third-party appliance using the CEF via ARMA connector. An analyst wants to query these firewall logs for denied outbound connections to a suspicious external IP. The question is, which table should the analyst query? Your options are: Option A, common security log. Option B, device network events. Option C, security event. Option D, syslog. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is A, common security log. Why A is correct? Common security log is the table populated by CEF formatted data, commonly used by firewalls and network appliances, containing normalized fields for source, destination IP, action, allow, deny, and device vendor. Why B is wrong? Device network events contains network connection telemetry from Defender for endpoint managed devices, not third-party firewall appliance logs. Why C is wrong? Security event stores Windows security event log data via legacy connector or ARMA, not CEF formatted firewall logs. Why D is wrong? syslog stores generic syslog messages, non-CEF, which would not include the CEF's normalized security fields used for structured firewall log analysis. Question 10. Scenario. An analyst wants to check a device's current network configuration, including its assigned IP addresses, MAC address, and network adapter details, rather than a log of network connections it made. The question is, which table should the analyst query? Your options are: Option A, device network events. Option B, device network info. Option C, identity logon events. Option D, device file events. Take a moment to think about your answer. The correct answer is B, device network info. Why B is correct? Device network info provides point-in-time network configuration state for a device, such as IP addresses, MAC address, and adapter details, distinct from device network events which logs individual connection events. Why A is wrong? Device network events logs discrete network connection events, source, destination, process, port, not the device's static network configuration. Why C is wrong? Identity logon events tracks on-premises AD authentication activity, unrelated to a device's network adapter configuration. Why D is wrong? Device file events tracks file system activity, entirely unrelated to network configuration details. Quiz complete. You have reviewed all questions and their full explanations. Great work. Please like and subscribe my channel for more such contents.